Okay, let's unpack this. Picture this. It's 8 p.m., you've just gotten home from a late class, maybe a marathon study session at the library, and you are starving. The sheer thought of cooking feels utterly exhausting. So, what's the immediate, seductive allure? That expensive takeout menu you have memorized, or perhaps just another depressing bowl of instant ramen? You know the cycle. That fleeting convenience leading directly to feeling sluggish, broke, and totally uninspired by your food choices. It's a tale as old as time for students everywhere, right? That constant battle between wanting to eat well and simply having the energy and budget to make it happen.
Yeah, absolutely. That experience is indeed incredibly universal for students. The relentless pressure, the intense time constraints, and how quickly the path of least resistance becomes the ingrained norm.
Mm-hmm.
And often, that norm comes at a significant expense to both well-being and finances. This naturally leads us to ask, how do we genuinely break that cycle without suddenly needing to enroll in culinary school or become a gourmet chef overnight?
Right.
Because the reality is most students aren't aspiring to win a Michelin star. They just want a satisfying, healthy meal without breaking the bank or dedicating hours to its preparation.
That's precisely the challenge you brought to us with the incredible sources you shared. They're packed with insights on how to navigate this exact dilemma. So, our mission today is to take all those nuggets of wisdom and give you a powerful shortcut. A shortcut to becoming a confident, budget-savvy home cook, transforming your approach to food entirely. Because our sources promise it's not some distant fantasy. You can make a delicious, truly healthy, and astonishingly cheap meal in the time it takes to watch just one YouTube video, or even less.
Yeah, it's totally doable.
It's all about a simple mindset shift and a bit of strategic preparation that completely revolutionizes your relationship with food.
And beyond the immediate benefits, this deep dive signifies something more profound. It's about empowering you with a sustainable life skill, not just, a temporary list of recipes. We'll delve into how smartly setting up your kitchen, mastering a few versatile meal templates, and adopting simple yet powerful cooking strategies can transform cooking from a daunting chore into a truly rewarding and integral part of your daily routine. Ultimately, it's about building a system that consistently supports your well-being amidst a demanding academic schedule, ensuring that food becomes a source of vital energy and genuine enjoyment, rather than just another stressor added to your plate.
So the first big game-changing idea our sources really hammer home is this. You absolutely shouldn't be starting from zero every single night.
Exactly.
That truly is the secret weapon to avoiding the takeout trap. It's about building what they call a foundation for success, a well-stocked and intelligently organized kitchen that makes whipping up fast, delicious, and healthy meals effortlessly accessible. Think of it this way. You wouldn't embark on a marathon without stretching and warming up, would you?
No, definitely not.
Similarly, you shouldn't approach dinner every night as a brand new, overwhelming, start-from-scratch project. The goal here is to have a baseline of essential ingredients and fundamental tools that make spontaneous, healthy cooking feel like a breeze, not a burden.
Yeah, but what does that actually look like in a tiny student kitchen, right? That foundation. We're talking about spaces that are often small, sometimes shared, with limited counter space and perhaps even a communal fridge.
True.
The answer lies in identifying the core essentials that offer maximum versatility and the best possible bang for your buck. It's truly about strategic minimalists living in the kitchen, ensuring that every single item you own serves multiple purposes and contributes to a wide array of meal possibilities.
Right.
Rather than cluttering your precious space with single-use gadgets or exotic ingredients you might only ever use once.
That's exactly right. And the absolute first step in building this indispensable foundation is what our sources brilliantly dub your pantry powerhouse. These are the unsung heroes of your kitchen. The shelf-stable, long-lasting workhorses that form the reliable base of countless meals. A pro tip straight from our sources, and one that will save you a ton of money over time, is to emphasize buying these items in larger quantities whenever they're on sale.
Sorry.
This cuts down dramatically on those frantic last-minute and often more expensive grocery runs. Having these staples on hand eliminates the nothing-to-eat panic, opening up a world of culinary possibility right in your own cupboards.
That's an intriguing point, how these seemingly simple, unassuming items collectively create an incredibly robust and adaptable cooking arsenal. They are, without a doubt, the backbone of any truly budget-friendly kitchen, allowing you to whip up satisfying meals even when your fresh supplies are running low.
Totally.
This isn't merely about saving money, though that's a huge benefit. It's also about drastically reducing decision fatigue. When you know you always have the basics for a nutritious meal, regardless of how hectic your week gets, it frees up valuable mental energy that you can dedicate to your studies or other priorities.
Okay, let's dive deeper into that essential shopping list, kicking things off with grains and carbs. We're talking about foundational items like brown rice, whole wheat pasta, oats, and maybe some quinoa. Our sources consistently highlight their incredibly filling nature and astonishing versatility. Imagine this scenario. You've just pulled an all-nighter, your brain feels completely fried, and you desperately need something substantial to refuel.
Been there?
Right. Knowing you always have brown rice means you can whip up a quick bowl with whatever protein and veggies you might find, or have a hearty side for that one-pan dinner. Pasta. That's your ultimate go-to for a fast, comforting, and deeply satisfying meal, adaptable to countless sauces and oats. They're not just for breakfast anymore. You can easily make savory oat bowls or even use them as a brilliant binding agent in homemade veggie burgers. These aren't just mere carbs, they are true meal anchors, providing sustained energy that's crucial for your demanding student schedule.
And beyond their immediate culinary utility, these grains offer complex carbohydrates that provide sustained energy, which is so crucial for students juggling long hours of study, classes, varied schedules.
Yeah.
They help prevent the abrupt sugar crashes often associated with highly processed, quick-fix meals, ensuring more stable energy levels throughout your day. Their remarkable versatility also means that a relatively small initial investment yields a vast number of meal possibilities, from a foundational base for stir-fries and grain bowls to a hearty breakfast. It's about maximizing their utility and ensuring every dollar spent goes further.
Next up, the powerhouse category of legumes, specifically canned or dried beans like black beans, chickpeas, and lentils. Now, these are an absolute revelation.
Definitely.
They are an incredible economical source of protein and fiber, making them truly invaluable meat alternatives, especially when you're on a tight budget. Our sources really champion their inclusion. Think about it. A humble can of black beans, which costs like pennies, can be transformed from a plain side dish into a flavorful skillet scramble with corn and spices, a hearty soup base that nourishes you from the inside out, or even a filling for tacos or burritos.
So versatile.
And chickpeas, equally versatile, can become wonderfully roasted, crispy snacks, or the creamy base for a quick homemade hummus. They're like little nutrient powerhouses patiently sitting in your pantry, ready to transform into something delicious, satisfying, and incredibly healthy whenever hunger strikes.
Well, a critical consideration here revolves around nutritional density on a student budget. Legumes offer an unparalleled combination of protein, fiber, and essential micronutrients at a fraction of the cost of animal proteins. Their inclusion in the pantry powerhouse isn't just about convenience. It's about providing foundational nutrition that robustly supports brain function, gut health, and overall well-being. For students who often have limited financial resources for diverse food groups, legumes become an indispensable source of comprehensive, affordable nutrition.
Then we've got the essential liquids, oils and vinegars. You certainly don't need a gourmet selection or dozens of bottles taking up space. Our sources suggest you simply need a good bottle of olive oil for general cooking, perfect for sautéing, roasting, or even whipping up a quick, healthy dressing, and a simple vinegar, such as red wine vinegar or apple cider vinegar.
Just the basics.
Exactly. These are the unsung heroes of the kitchen, absolutely essential for everything from getting a beautiful sear on your vegetables to adding that crucial excising and brightness to a simple salad or a skillet meal. They are the binders, the flavor carriers, the elements that truly bring your dishes together and elevate them beyond mere ingredients.
And what's often overlooked about these basic liquids is how profoundly they elevate flavor and facilitate various cooking processes. Olive oil is fundamental for providing healthy monounsaturated fats, which are key for energy and aiding in the absorption of fat-soluble vitamins like A, D, E, and K nutrients, crucial for overall health. Meanwhile, vinegars provide that vital acidic element that cuts through richness, brightens flavors, and adds a delicious tang to dishes.
Yeah, that brightness is key.
And they also empower you to create simple, healthier homemade dressings, saving considerable money compared to their store-bought counterparts and giving you complete control over what goes into your food.
Good point. And now for the real foundational flavor builders, the aromatic wonders. Onions and garlic. Our sources don't mince words. They unequivocally call them the flavor base for almost everything. It's seriously, just close your eyes for a moment and think about it. That comforting, universally appealing aroma of sautéing onions and garlic filling your kitchen. It's the simple yet profound start to almost any delicious meal you can imagine. Whether you're building a rich pasta sauce from scratch, preparing a lightning-fast stir-fry, or simmering a hearty, soulful soup. They build incredible depth of flavor with minimal effort, transforming otherwise plain ingredients into something truly appetizing and deeply satisfying.
It's truly remarkable how these affordable and long-lasting aromatics are universal across countless cuisines, providing a warm, savory foundation that can be adapted to almost any flavor profile you desire. Their inherent sweetness when sautéed, combined with the pungent kick of garlic, creates a complex base that fundamentally transforms the potential for a basic meal into something much more complex, nuanced, and satisfying. Their presence in the kitchen fundamentally changes how you approach building flavor.
Moving on to your canned goods. We're talking about items like canned tomatoes, diced or crushed varieties are great, canned tuna or chicken, and canned corn. These are your ultimate shelf-stable proteins and vegetables, always ready for quick additions to any meal, when you're running low on fresh produce or simply need something incredibly fast.
Lifesavers.
Exactly. A can of diced tomatoes can transform into a vibrant pasta sauce in mere minutes, or become the rich base for a hearty chili. Canned tuna or chicken provides instant lean protein for sandwiches, salads, or those quick skillet meals when you're truly short on time. And canned corn. It's a wonderfully sweet, crunchy addition to almost any savory dish, from scrambles to grain bowls. These are genuine lifesavers for those inevitable I need food now moments, preventing you from resorting to expensive, unhealthy impulse buys.
Yeah, this brings up the practical question of preparedness and resilience in the face of limited time or unexpected hunger pangs. Canned goods serve as a crucial buffer, ensuring that you can always assemble a nutritious meal, even if you haven't had the chance to grocery shop for fresh items. They are incredibly convenient, boast an impressive shelf life, and crucially, they offer valuable nutritional content when fresh options aren't readily available.
Definitely.
This strategic stocking fundamentally reduces reliance on costly and often less healthy last-minute food choices.
And finally, for the pantry, let's talk about your flavor arsenal. Spices. Our sources are very clear on this. You absolutely do not need a massive, intimidating spice rack filled with dozens of obscure jars.
Thank goodness.
Right? They explicitly list 5 essential spices that, as they put it, can take you almost anywhere in terms of flavor development. Salt, black pepper, garlic powder, dried oregano, and red pepper flakes. So what does this all mean for someone just starting out, perhaps feeling overwhelmed by the sheer variety in the spice aisle?
Yeah, it can be a lot.
It means there's no need to overwhelm yourself with a huge spice collection you'll rarely use. Just these core 5 can unlock an astonishing amount of flavor. From a simple, balanced seasoning for roasted veggies to adding a punchy kick to your beans, pasta, or eggs, these are your fundamental flavor building blocks. It's like having a basic but incredibly versatile color palette that empowers you to paint a surprisingly diverse and vibrant array of culinary pictures.
Well, if we consider the broader implications, these essential spices are the very foundation for building complex and satisfying flavors from surprisingly simple ingredients. They allow for incredible variety from a minimal investment, both financially and in terms of kitchen space. The power lies in their versatility. You can take the same base ingredients, say rice and beans, and transform them into vastly different meals simply by changing the seasoning. This approach demystifies the idea of flavor and makes it incredibly accessible, demonstrating that sophisticated tastes don't require expensive exotic ingredients, but rather an understanding of how these basic flavors interact and build upon one another.
Okay, so that completes your pantry powerhouse. Now, let's shift our focus to mastering your fridge fundamentals. These are the fresh items you'll be buying more regularly, typically weekly, to add essential nutrients and that vibrant, fresh flavor to your meals. Unlike the pantry items, these do have a shorter shelf life, but they are absolutely critical for balanced meals and that appealing, lively taste that truly makes food enjoyable.
Yeah, and an often overlooked aspect here is the strategic selection of items that perfectly balance freshness with longevity. The objective isn't to haphazardly fill your fridge to bursting,
Right.
but rather to thoughtfully choose items that offer maximum nutritional impact and broad versatility without spoiling quickly. This precise approach significantly minimizes food waste, which, for a student on a budget, represents a substantial drain on resources. Every bit of food consumed is a bit of money saved.
First on the fridge list, your protein power. Our sources, without hesitation, call eggs the ultimate student food, cheap, fast, and packed with protein. And honestly, it's hard to argue with that.
Can't be eggs.
Right. Think about their incredible versatility. A quick scramble for a rushed breakfast. A perfectly fried egg perched on top of leftover rice or noodles for an instant meal upgrade. Or even a simple frittata for a light, satisfying dinner. They are unbelievably versatile and supremely budget-friendly, providing complete protein. Beyond eggs, a block of firm tofu or a package of versatile chicken breasts or thighs are excellent options because they can be used in dozens of ways, from quick stir-fries and skillet meals to roasted dishes. They provide that essential, hunger-busting protein without costing a fortune.
And this brings up the critical quotient of efficient protein sourcing for a student budget. Eggs offer complete protein and a multitude of essential vitamins, including choline, which is vital for brain function, all at an incredibly low cost per serving, making them invaluable. Tofu, on the other hand, provides a fantastic plant-based alternative that is equally versatile, absorbs flavors beautifully, and is also very economical. Chicken offers a lean, adaptable animal protein source. Having these diverse options ensures you can consistently build satisfying meals that keep you feeling full, focused, and energized throughout demanding study periods.
Then we have versatile veggies. Our sources strongly advise focusing on sturdy vegetables that naturally last longer in the fridge. Think a bag of spinach or kale, robust carrots, colorful bell peppers, and hearty broccoli.
Things that don't wilt immediately.
Exactly. The absolute key here is choosing produce that won't wilt or spoil quickly, drastically minimizing food waste. Instead of impulsively buying delicate berries that might go bad in 2 days, opt for a large bag of spinach that can be effortlessly tossed into eggs, pasta, smoothies, or even a quick soup. Or a sturdy head of broccoli that can be roasted, steamed, or stir-fried throughout the week. These are your nutritional workhorses, packed with vitamins and fiber, designed to stand up to the unpredictable nature of student life.
And if we consider the broader implications, the conscious choice of sturdy vegetables is a direct, intelligent strategy to combat food waste, a common and frustrating issue for students with unpredictable schedules.
So true.
Vegetables like carrots and bell peppers maintain their quality for significantly longer, allowing for much more flexible meal planning. This ensures that your investment in fresh produce genuinely pays off by actually being consumed, consistently contributing vital vitamins, minerals, and fiber to your diet, supporting both physical and mental performance.
And lastly, for the fridge, let's talk about dairy-free options. Our sources recommend a block of cheese, like a sharp cheddar or crumbly feta, plain yogurt, which is incredibly versatile for both savory sauces and breakfasts, and a carton of milk or a suitable milk alternative.
The staple.
Yeah, the staples. Cheese, of course, is a fantastic flavor enhancer for almost anything, from morning eggs to a quick pasta dish. Plain yogurt is a true chameleon. It can be the creamy base for a healthy sauce, a protein-packed breakfast with some fruit and oats, or a simple nutritious snack. These items add wonderful creaminess, depth of flavor, and provide additional protein or calcium to your meals, making them more satisfying and nutritionally complete.
What's truly fascinating here is the emphasis on selecting multi-purpose dairy or dairy-free items. Plain yogurt, as an example, transcends its typical breakfast role. It can be skillfully used to make light dressings, tenderizing marinades for proteins, or even a cooling, soothing accompaniment to spicy dishes.
Oh, good point.
This selection reinforces the fundamental principle of choosing ingredients that offer broad utility, thereby maximizing their value within the often constrained student budget. Every item needs to earn its place in your limited fridge space.
Okay, so you've now got your pantry wisely stocked and your fridge filled with smart, versatile choices. But what about the actual tools you'll need to transform these ingredients into delicious meals? Our sources introduce us to the Essential Minimalists Toolkit. This is where we truly cut through the noise, literally.
Yeah, this is important.
You absolutely do not need a kitchen full of expensive gadgets or an elaborate setup that looks like something out of a reality TV cooking show. Our sources are incredibly clear on this. You can confidently cook 95% of student meals with just 5 absolutely essential items. And honestly, this is where it gets really interesting and empowering for anyone who feels overwhelmed by the sheer amount of kitchen gear available.
Well, this brings up the crucial question of efficiency and practicality in a small living space. It beautifully demonstrates how investing in just a few quality, multi-purpose tools can fundamentally transform the entire cooking experience, making it significantly less intimidating and far more accessible. Rather than accumulating specialized equipment that gathers dust, focusing on these foundational pieces allows for a streamlined, highly functional kitchen, Even within the confines of a compact dormitory room or a shared apartment, it's about working smarter with less.
So, what are these 5 magical items that form the bedrock of your student kitchen? First up, the undisputed king, a good 8-inch chef's knife. Our sources are adamant that this is, without question, your single most important tool.
Absolutely critical.
They explicitly advise against buying a whole block of flimsy, mediocre knives. Instead, they say to invest in one decent, sharp, and reliable chef's knife. This is the difference maker, truly. It's the difference between struggling to hack through an onion, potentially injuring yourself, and gliding through it effortlessly and safely. A sharp, high-quality knife makes all your food preparation faster, significantly safer, and genuinely more enjoyable. It is the absolute cornerstone of all your culinary prep work.
Yeah, and if we consider the broader implications, a good knife isn't just a tool. It's a profound extension of your cooking efficiency and enjoyment. It drastically reduces prep time, making the act of cooking less daunting and more appealing.
Right.
This encourages you to work more frequently with fresh ingredients, as chopping and dicing become less of a chore. This single, well-chosen investment truly enhances the overall cooking experience and can serve as a powerful motivator to cook more regularly and with greater confidence.
Second, and often overlooked, a large cutting board. Sounds incredibly simple, right? But believe me, it's a game changer.
You need the space.
Totally. It gives you ample space to work safely and efficiently. No more trying to haphazardly chop vegetables on a small plate or feeling cramped and constrained by a tiny board. A generous cutting board lets you spread out your ingredients, keep things organized, and significantly prevents messes. It allows for a much more confident and fluid chopping rhythm, which actually makes cooking faster and more enjoyable.
Well, what's truly fascinating here is the often underestimated importance of a dedicated, spacious workspace in the kitchen. A large cutting board is absolutely crucial, not only for safety, providing a stable surface that prevents ingredients from sliding dangerously, but also for maintaining a smooth workflow, especially when you're dealing with multiple ingredients. It simplifies the process of transferring chopped items to your pan or pot, streamlining your cooking process and reducing cleanup.
Third, your everyday hero. One 10-inch non-stick skillet pan. This pan will be your workhorse. It's absolutely perfect for whipping up eggs, executing lightning-fast stir-fries, making fluffy pancakes, or sautéing those essential aromatics like onions and garlic.
Your go-to pan.
Exactly. The beauty of the non-stick surface is twofold. It means you'll need less oil for cooking, making your meals healthier, and perhaps even more importantly for a busy student, it ensures incredibly easy cleanup. That's a massive win when time is precious and you're staring down a mountain of homework.
Yes. This brings up a critical question about ease of use and the dreaded cleanup process, which are often major deterrents to cooking for busy students. A non-stick skillet directly addresses both these concerns. It makes cooking simple dishes like omelets, quick sautés, or stir-fries virtually foolproof, reducing the chances of food sticking and burning.
Yeah.
This in turn minimizes the post-meal chore of scrubbing,
This is the best part.
making the entire cooking and eating cycle far more appealing and sustainable.
Fourth on our list, one medium pot. This is your go-to for boiling pasta to al dente perfection, cooking fluffy rice as a base for many meals, or simmering, comforting soups. It's versatile enough to handle the vast majority of your stovetop needs without taking up too much of that precious, often limited, cabinet space in your student accommodation. It's the essential vessel for anything that requires simmering or boiling.
And if we consider the broader implications, this single medium pot stands as the quintessential workhorse for all foundational liquid-based cooking methods: boiling, simmering, creating hearty one-pot meals like stews, and making comforting soups. Its singular presence simplifies kitchen organization and decision-making, as it efficiently covers most of your cooking requirements that involve liquids, making it a true staple for any minimalist kitchen.
And finally, item number 5, one baking sheet. This simple, flat pan is pure magic, particularly for roasting vegetables and creating those incredible one-pan meals, which we're going to talk about next.
The baking sheet.
Now, the true brilliance of a baking sheet is that it allows your oven to do most of the heavy lifting. You simply arrange your ingredients, slide it in, and the oven transforms simple ingredients into a delicious, often hands-off meal that cooks evenly and develops wonderful flavors.
Well, what's truly fascinating here is the sheer power and convenience of oven cooking, particularly beneficial for students. A single baking sheet unlocks the immense potential for roasting, a method that naturally concentrates and intensifies flavors while requiring minimal active supervision.
Right, totally hands-off.
This means you can be actively studying, tackling a pile of laundry, or simply relaxing while your dinner cooks itself to perfection, representing a significant and tangible time saver in a busy student's week.
So, with this robust foundation now firmly in place, your carefully curated pantry, your smartly chosen fridge fundamentals, and your minimalist yet highly effective toolkit, you are no longer starting from scratch every single night.
That's key.
You have the essential tools and ingredients reliably ready at your fingertips, poised to create something fast, healthy, and delicious. This strategic setup isn't just a collection of items, it's truly a game changer for your daily life, transforming the daunting task of cooking into an achievable and even enjoyable part of your routine. Now that your kitchen is perfectly set up for success, let's talk about the real magic sauce, the secret weapon that will unlock your culinary confidence. Meal templates.
Oh yes, the templates.
Our sources emphatically state that you should forget complicated recipes with a dozen intimidating steps and obscure ingredients. Instead, the real power lies in learning just 3 incredibly flexible meal templates. Once you genuinely understand the underlying formula for each, you gain the freedom to confidently swap in whatever ingredients you happen to have on hand or whatever looks good and is on sale at the grocery store.
Yeah.
This is where your culinary confidence truly starts to build, because you're not merely following instructions, you're actively learning a foundational, adaptable concept.
And what's profoundly fascinating here is the fundamental shift from prescriptive, rigid recipes to adaptable, versatile formulas. This approach actively fosters creativity and problem-solving in the kitchen, empowering you to skillfully utilize what you already possess, rather than constantly needing a precise, specific list for every single meal. It genuinely transforms cooking into a more intuitive, less stressful process, drastically reducing the mental burden of grocery shopping for exact ingredients and nurturing a deep sense of resourcefulness, a skill that is absolutely invaluable for a student's dynamic and often unpredictable schedule.
Let's jump right into the first template, affectionately nicknamed by our sources as the Lazy Genius's Dinner, the one-pan wonder.
Sounds promising. This brings up a vital question about maximizing output with truly minimal effort. The inherent beauty of this particular method lies squarely in its hands-off nature, which gracefully frees up precious time that can then be dedicated to other academic pursuits or well-deserved personal commitments. It's about leveraging your oven to do the heavy lifting.
Exactly. The why it works for this one is incredibly simple and immensely appealing. You use just one pan to cook everything, and therefore you only have one pan to clean afterward.
One pan. Music to my ears.
Right. Your oven takes over all the heavy lifting, making it an incredibly hands-off cooking method. Imagine the luxury. You can be deep in a study session, sorting through a pile of laundry, or even just relaxing and catching up on social media, all while your dinner is steadily cooking itself to perfection. It is truly the ultimate set-it-and-forget-it meal, delivering maximum deliciousness for minimum active effort.
And beyond the sheer convenience, if we consider the broader implications, the one-pan wonder uniquely minimizes dishes and active cooking time, 2 significant deterrents for busy students.
Definitely.
Furthermore, it actively promotes healthier eating habits by encouraging the roasting of vegetables and lean proteins, a method that naturally enhances their flavors and nutritional profiles. The dry heat at the oven caramelizes the natural sugars in vegetables, making them sweeter and more appealing, thereby simplifying the task of meeting your daily vegetable intake goals.
Okay, so our sources give us a truly fantastic example of this template in action: roasted sausage and veggie make. The formula, as you might remember, is super straightforward. Protein plus vegetables plus seasoning plus 400 degrees F, 200 degrees sear oven. That's it.
Simple.
Now let me paint a picture for you. Imagine you've just dragged yourself home after an absolutely draining day of lectures and labs. Your energy reserves are practically non-existent, but you also know you've got this incredible, simple plan. You grab a package of pre-cooked sausage, maybe some chicken sausage or even Italian sausage if you prefer, and quickly slice it up. Then you chop up a head of vibrant broccoli, a crisp bell pepper, and perhaps half a zesty red onion from your fridge fundamentals. You toss all of these colorful ingredients onto your trusty baking sheet with a generous tablespoon of olive oil, a sprinkle of salt, a dash of black pepper, and a fragrant pinch of dried oregano from your flavor arsenal. You spread everything out in a single, even layer, this is key for proper roasting, and slide it directly into a preheated 400 degrees air oven. You set a timer for a mere 20 to 25 minutes. And here's the magic. While it's roasting, you genuinely have that precious time to take a quick, refreshing shower, send out a few urgent emails, or even just put your feet up and decompress for a few glorious minutes, and then boom, you pull out a hot, delicious, deeply satisfying meal that, for all intents and purposes, basically cooked itself. That's the true daily life example right there, transforming a moment of exhaustion into a moment of simple culinary triumph.
That sounds amazing. And what's truly fascinating here is how this template so effectively leverages the oven's consistent enveloping heat to cook all ingredients simultaneously and evenly, precisely concentrating their flavors and creating those desirable browned, crispy edges.
Yeah, those crispy bits are the best.
The simple act of roasting profoundly transforms basic raw vegetables into something inherently sweeter, more tender, and far more appealing, making it remarkably easier to consistently meet your daily vegetable intake goals. It's efficient, inherently nutritious, and incredibly forgiving for novice cooks, building confidence with every perfectly roasted bite. And for ingredient swaps, you could totally consider firm fish fillets or even chickpeas for protein, and maybe sweet potatoes or Brussels sprouts for varied veggies. Just ensure similar size cuts for even cooking.
Good tips. Okay, let's move swiftly to template number 2, the 15-minute skillet scramble. This is what I like to call your culinary quick change artist. Seriously, if you need something incredibly fast that's still packed with goodness and flavor, this is your absolute go-to.
15 minutes.
It's the ultimate solution for those moments when time is truly of the essence.
Yeah, this brings up a vital question about truly rapid meal solutions. This template is meticulously designed for unparalleled speed and remarkable flexibility, making it the quintessential choice for those moments when you literally have mere minutes to spare, but still harbor the desire for something homemade, wholesome, and deeply satisfying. It transforms the notion of fast food into fast good food.
The core why it works for this one is all about speed, efficiency, and brilliantly utilizing whatever you happen to have on hand. It's unbelievably fast, a fantastic way to rescue and use up any leftover ingredients lurking in your fridge, and it effortlessly packs in both protein and vegetables.
Using up leftovers, nice.
Think of this as your express lane to a healthy, delicious meal that feels like a full dinner, even though it comes together in minutes.
Well, if we connect this to the broader implications, the Skillet Scramble stands as a masterclass in culinary improvisation. It actively encourages you to survey your fridge and pantry for disparate ingredients and then skillfully combine them into a cohesive, satisfying meal. This approach isn't just about cooking quickly. It fundamentally reduces food waste, fosters remarkable culinary confidence, and teaches you to think on your feet in the kitchen.
The formula for this one couldn't be simpler. Sauté protein plus add veggies plus add a simple sauce. Our sources give us the black bean and corn skillet as a prime, accessible example. Here's how you'd execute it. You start by heating a tablespoon of olive oil in your trusty 10-inch non-stick skillet. Toss in half a chopped onion, that foundational aromatic, and cook it for just 2 to 3 minutes until it begins to soften and release that truly amazing, comforting smell.
Onions.
Then you add a rinsed can of black beans and a cup of frozen or canned corn. Stir for another 3 to 4 minutes, letting everything heat through and mingle. Now, for the simple sauce that magically brings it all together, in a small bowl, quickly whisk together 1 tablespoon of soy sauce, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, and a pinch of red pepper flakes for a delightful little kick.
Busy sauce.
Super easy. Pour that entire sauce mixture over everything in the skillet, stir to coat every ingredient, and let it cook for just 1 more minute, and boom, you are done. For an optional, yet highly recommended upgrade, our sources suggest cracking a fried egg right on top or sprinkling a bit of cheese for extra protein and a burst of flavor.
Oh yeah, egg on top.
Imagine this. You've got a tight break between classes, or you just finished an intense gym session and you need fuel now. This skillet scramble can be on your plate, steaming hot and utterly delicious, faster than most delivery services could even process your order, let alone get to your door. It's the perfect embodiment of transforming basic, affordable ingredients into a satisfying, flavorful meal in mere minutes. You could even swap the black beans for pre-cooked chicken or lentils, and swap the corn for frozen peas or chopped bell peppers. The beauty is in its flexibility.
Absolutely. And what's truly fascinating here is the sheer power of a quick sauté transforming basic, humble ingredients into a satisfying, complete meal in mere minutes, making it absolutely perfect for those moments when time is undeniably your biggest constraint. The simplicity of the sauce, masterfully combining common pantry items, brilliantly showcases how just a few core flavors can elevate a dish from bland to truly brilliant without requiring complex techniques or a vast, expensive array of ingredients. This template teaches intuitive cooking and rapid flavor development.
All right, our third and final template, and for students, this one is pure genius, truly. The everything but the kitchen sink grain bowl or pasta.
The fridge clean-out special. This brings up an incredibly important question about maximizing utility and simultaneously minimizing food waste. This particular template is the absolute epitome of resourceful, intelligent cooking, gracefully allowing you to create diverse, satisfying meals from whatever odds and ends you happen to have on hand, thereby preventing perfectly good food from going to waste.
The why it works for this template is that it's the ultimate, most budget-friendly meal for using up whatever seemingly disparate ingredients you have lingering in your fridge. It can be served piping hot for comfort or refreshingly cold for a quick meal prep option, making it incredibly versatile for both last-minute creativity and intentional planning.
Hot or cold, nice.
This is where you genuinely become a culinary magician, turning what might seem like random, unconnected items into a cohesive, delicious, and often surprisingly gourmet-ish meal. It's like a delicious treasure hunt every time you open your fridge.
Well, if we connect this to the broader implications, this template profoundly embodies resourcefulness and adaptability, clearly demonstrating how cultivating a mindset of use what you have can simultaneously lead to both incredibly delicious meals and significant financial savings.
Yeah.
It intrinsically cultivates an intuitive understanding of flavor combinations, contrasting textures, and the art of balance, actively encouraging you to experiment and build confidence without the rigid adherence to a specific detailed recipe.
It's about culinary freedom within sensible parameters. The formula for this one is wonderfully simple. Cooked grain pasta base, plus protein, plus veggies, plus dressing. And our sources provide a fantastic quick example. 5-minute Mediterranean tuna pasta.
5 minutes.
Right. Here's how you bring it to life. You start by grabbing 2 cups of cooked pasta. Maybe you were smart and boiled a big batch earlier in the week, or you quickly cooked some up just now. To that, you add a drained can of tuna, your lean, quick protein, about half a cup of chopped cherry tomatoes or bell peppers for freshness and crunch, and a generous handful of fresh spinach for a nutritional boost.
Okay.
In a small cup or bowl, quickly whisk together a super simple dressing, 1 tablespoon of olive oil, a bright squeeze of fresh lemon juice, or a splash of your trusty vinegar, a pinch of salt, and a dash of black pepper.
Wow.
Pour that vibrant dressing over your pasta mixture and toss everything together until it's beautifully combined and every ingredient is coated. Eat it immediately or pack it for later.
So easy.
Imagine the magic of a Friday night fridge cleanout, typically a dread-inducing chore. Instead, you're transforming seemingly random items, a tiny bit of leftover cooked chicken, a few wilting spinach leaves, that last half of a bell pepper, that forgotten bit of feta cheese into a gourmet-ish, incredibly delicious meal that prevents any food from going to waste. This template is truly your secret weapon against both unexpected hunger and the scourge of food waste, making you feel both savvy and satisfied. You could swap the tuna for canned chicken, leftover cooked lentils, or hard-boiled eggs. For veggies, almost anything works. Cucumber, olives, roasted zucchini from a previous meal.
And what's truly fascinating here is how this template ingeniously encourages both profound creativity and intelligent economy. It's not merely about unceremoniously throwing things together, it's about a deeper understanding of how a foundational base like grain or pasta, a lean protein source, varied textures from fresh or cooked vegetables, and a unifying flavorful dressing can culminate in a complete, balanced, and deeply satisfying dish.
Right, it all comes together.
This model is exceptionally flexible, allowing for virtually endless variations based purely on what's readily available, making it remarkably sustainable for long-term student life, adapting to your preferences and pantry.
Okay, so you've now got your kitchen essentials sorted, and you've brilliantly mastered the core meal templates. But how do you truly level up your cooking game?
The next level.
Our sources make it clear. It's all about strategic thinking, not just an endless pursuit of new recipes. These next powerful tips will help you save even more time and money, and perhaps most excitingly, they will make your food taste even better, truly transforming you into a culinary wizard, even if it's just for your own personal kitchen.
Yeah, this brings up a pivotal question. Once the fundamental basics are firmly covered, how do we systematically introduce greater efficiencies and subtle enhancements that make cooking not just bearable, but genuinely enjoyable and sustainable over the long term? It's about intelligently moving beyond merely getting food on the table to making cooking a significantly less stressful, more rewarding, and even a pleasurable part of your routine. These strategies are all about working smarter, not necessarily harder, in your kitchen.
Strategy number 1. Cook once. Eat twice, the art of intentional leftovers. This hands down, is the simplest, most effective form of meal prep, and it requires zero complicated meal planning charts.
Love this one.
Whenever you cook, the brilliant idea is to simply make a little extra. This doesn't necessitate hours of dedicated planning or elaborate Sunday cooking sessions. It merely requires a slightly larger pot or a bigger baking sheet. This is the true game changer for student life. Imagine the immense mental freedom and peace of mind that comes from knowing tomorrow's lunch or even dinner is already handled.
Oh, huge.
Letting you fully focus on that challenging essay and an upcoming exam, or simply allowing yourself to relax and decompress. It's like buying yourself extra hours in your day.
And if we connect this to the broader implications, this strategy profoundly embodies efficiency and foresight, indispensable skills that extend far beyond the confines of the kitchen into managing academic loads and nurturing personal well-being.
Right.
It significantly reduces the daily cognitive load of constantly deciding what to eat, which is a common and often underestimated source of stress. Furthermore, it consistently ensures that healthy, homemade options are readily available, effectively preventing the reliance on less healthy, more expensive alternatives that are
incredibly practical examples here. Remember that delicious one-pan roast from last night? It can effortlessly become the flavorful filling for quick tacos or a satisfying wrap for lunch today. Just grab a tortilla, maybe some salsa, and you've got a whole new meal that took seconds to assemble. Or what about that extra cooked rice from your skillet meal? It can form the perfect base for a lightning fast fried rice with a fried egg and a handful of frozen veggies tomorrow. It's truly ingenious how a small surplus can transform into a completely new culinary experience.
transformed. Exactly.
And here's another brilliant idea. Boil a whole box of pasta at the start of the week, use half for a comforting hot dinner, and save the other half for a quick cold pasta salad later in the week. This remarkably simple habit means you only have to actively cook 3 to 4 times a week, saving you immense amounts of time, energy, and mental bandwidth.
Yeah, and what's truly fascinating here is not just about reheating leftovers, but the seamless, intelligent transformation of one meal's components into another distinct dish. This approach actively keeps meals interesting and prevents palate fatigue,
Good point. Palate fatigue is real.
making you look forward to eating your leftovers. It's a highly adaptable and responsive approach to meal planning that deeply respects a student's fluctuating schedule, providing unparalleled convenience without sacrificing variety or crucial nutrition. It teaches you to view ingredients as building blocks for multiple meals.
Strategy number 2.
The art of the upgrade. This is where you truly become a real culinary artist, even with the simplest of meals.
The finishing touches. Exactly. The secret. A few incredibly simple, dirt-cheap additions that can instantly make a basic meal feel special, restaurant-worthy, and often add an extra nutritional punch. These are your secret weapons, the small, almost effortless touches that elevate simple, everyday food to something you genuinely crave and make you feel like a seasoned pro chef.
Well, this brings up a crucial question about intelligent flavor enhancement and how to achieve significant nutritional boosts that don't demand considerable cost or effort. These upgrades are about understanding how even minor additions can have a disproportionately large impact on the taste, texture, and visual appeal of your food, transforming a basic dish into a more gourmet-like experience. It's about culinary finesse within a practical framework.
Let's break down some specific upgrade ideas straight from our sources. First, a squeeze of acidity. Think fresh lemon or lime juice, or a simple splash of your trusty vinegar added right before serving.
Brightens everything up.
This magical touch instantly brightens up an entire dish, cutting through any richness and awakening your taste buds. Imagine the profound difference just a squeeze of lemon can make on a plain plate of roasted veggies, or a simple pasta dish. It just sings with fresh flavor and vibrancy.
And what's often overlooked about acidity is its profound role in balancing flavors. It cuts through fat, adds a refreshing zest, and makes other flavors pop. This simple technique, often used by professional chefs, is an accessible way for students to achieve a more complex and harmonious taste profile in their everyday cooking, using inexpensive, readily available ingredients.
Next, a touch of freshness. This could be a sprinkle of fresh herbs, like vibrant parsley or aromatic cilantro. Our sources even note a brilliant hack. You can keep fresh herbs lasting longer by storing them in a jar of water in the fridge, just like a bouquet of flowers.
Oh, that's a great tip.
The simple addition instantly makes any meal look and taste better, adding a vibrant flavor, a delightful aroma, and an undeniable professional touch that elevates the entire dining experience.
Yeah, this strategy brilliantly highlights the impact of sensory appeal in cooking.
Yep.
Fresh herbs not only add immediate bright flavor, but also contribute a vibrant visual element that makes a dish more appetizing and enjoyable.
Totally.
It demonstrates that sophisticated eating doesn't solely rely on complex cooking, but rather on intelligent layering of simple, accessible components to create a more compelling culinary experience.
Then a bit of creaminess. This could be a dollop of plain yogurt or sour cream, a few slices of rich avocado, or my personal favorite, a perfectly fried egg with a runny yolk cascading over your dish. Runny yolk. These simple additions introduce wonderful richness, luscious texture, and often a boost of extra protein, transforming a simple meal into something truly decadent, satisfying, and deeply comforting.
And this upgrade speaks to the power of texture and richness in making a meal truly satisfying. Creaminess provides a comforting mouthfeel and often carries other flavors beautifully. These additions, whether plant-based like avocado or dairy-based like yogurt, contribute valuable fats and often additional protein, enhancing satiety and making even the most basic meals feel more substantial and indulgent.
And finally, a kick of heat. This is as simple as a dash of your favorite hot sauce.
Can't go wrong there.
This unassuming addition can instantly liven up anything from your morning eggs to a hearty rice bowl, waking up your palate and adding an exciting, dynamic dimension to otherwise familiar flavors. It's a cheap thrill for your taste buds.
Well, what's truly compelling about adding a kick of heat is its ability to instantly transform a dish's personality and engage the palate.
Wow.
It's not just about making food spicy, it's about adding a stimulating counterpoint that makes familiar flavors feel new and exciting.
Yeah.
This simple upgrade demonstrates how readily available condiments can become powerful tools for culinary innovation and personalizing your meals.
Okay, our final strategy, and one that ties everything together beautifully. A Sample Flex meal plan. This isn't intended to be a rigid, unbending schedule you must adhere to religiously.
Good, because rigid doesn't work for students.
Exactly. Rather, it's a living, breathing example of how to elegantly weave all these concepts, your smart kitchen setup, your meal templates, and your clever strategies into a seamless week. It truly emphasizes adaptability, showing you how cooking can effortlessly fit into your busy student life, rather than becoming another source of stress or an inflexible chore.
Yeah, what's truly fascinating here is how this flex plan transcends the traditional idea of strict meal prep, evolving into a much more organic, responsive approach to eating. This innovative framework graciously allows for spontaneity, while simultaneously ensuring that healthy, budget-friendly options are consistently available. It's fundamentally about designing a system that works for you,
Right.
embracing the dynamic nature of student life rather than imposing a rigid structure that often leads to burnout.
Okay, let's walk through a hypothetical sample student week together, painting a vivid picture of how this flexible plan can seamlessly integrate into your daily life, drastically reducing stress and significantly increasing your enjoyment of food. Sunday. This is your strategic start, your power hour in the kitchen, but remember, it's still simple. You cook a big batch of the one-pan wonder, your sausage and veggie roast from earlier. At the same time, you cook a substantial batch of brown rice. You are intentionally setting yourself up for success for the coming days.
Smart planning. Cook once, eat twice.
Exactly. You front-loaded some effort to reap significant rewards. Monday. For lunch, you've got effortless leftover roast and rice, easy peasy grab and go. Dinner after a long day of classes is a quick protein-packed omelet with some spinach and cheese using those fridge fundamentals. Minimal active effort, maximum nutrition, and satisfaction.
Simple, quick.
Tuesday. You cleverly use the last of the roast leftovers to make quick, flavorful tacos. Just add tortillas and a dollop of salsa from your pantry. It's the same roast, but presented in a completely different way, making it feel like a brand new, exciting meal.
Prevents boredom.
This prevents palate fatigue and makes the most of your cooked food. Wednesday. You make the 15-minute skillet scramble with black beans and corn. It's lightning fast, incredibly hearty, and deeply satisfying. Perfect for a midweek energy boost when you might be feeling the germ.
Midweek savior.
Thursday. Lunch is the delicious leftover skillet scramble, another grab-and-go win. Dinner is the ultimate everything but the kitchen sink pasta, intelligently using up any remaining veggies, proteins, or odds and ends from the week. This is where you truly empty the fridge and heroically prevent food waste,
The fridge clean-out triumph.
creating a unique, personalized dish that's both economical and delicious. Friday. It's breakfast for dinner. A fun, low-stress way to unwind with a big bowl of oatmeal or maybe some quick pancakes. Or, and our sources absolutely encourage this, go out with friends completely guilt-free.
Yes, balance is key.
You've eaten incredibly well and saved a significant amount of money all week, so you've earned the right to treat yourself without a second thought. This plan builds in that flexibility for social life.
And this raises a profoundly important question. How does this flex plan foster genuine, long-term adherence? By consciously building in flexibility and allowing for external social activities, it realistically acknowledges and embraces the multifaceted realities of student life.
Hmm.
It's not about achieving culinary perfection every day, but rather about creating a sustainable, adaptable routine that robustly supports both physical health and crucial social well-being. It seeks to integrate cooking as an empowering skill, rather than allowing it to become yet another source of overwhelming stress.
Right.
The enduring beauty of this flex plan is that it organically teaches intuitive eating and adaptive cooking, truly empowering you to adapt to virtually any situation that your busy student life throws your way.
So, what does all of this mean for you? This deep dive has clearly shown us that cooking for yourself, especially as a busy, budget-conscious student, isn't some mystical art form requiring natural talent or an inherent ability to be a gourmet chef. Not at all.
Definitely not.
It's fundamentally a skill, much like learning to ride a bicycle. It might feel a little wobbly at first. You might accidentally burn something. You might even forget an ingredient now and then. But all of that, every single misstep, is just a natural, invaluable part of the learning process. Every small victory, every single delicious meal you successfully cook for yourself is a powerful step towards greater self-sufficiency, increased confidence, and profound well-being.
And if we connect this to the broader implications of your life, the profound skills learned here extend far, far beyond the confines of your kitchen. They actively build resilience, foster ingenuity and resourcefulness, and cultivate deep self-sufficiency, invaluable qualities that will serve you throughout your entire life in every single endeavor. Learning to skillfully feed yourself well on a budget teaches crucial planning, practical problem-solving, and essential adaptability, which are indispensable assets in any future academic pursuit, career, or personal challenge you face. This isn't just about food. It's a holistic investment in your personal growth and well-being.
The ultimate goal here isn't culinary perfection. It's about diligently building a fundamental, empowering skill that will reliably serve you for the rest of your life. Start small, courageously embrace these simple, flexible templates, and allow yourself to be genuinely proud of every single delicious meal you create. Because when you consistently put these principles into practice, you'll not only eat dramatically better, but you'll also feel immeasurably better. And crucially, you'll have more hard-earned money staying in your pocket. That, my friend, is the ultimate student trifecta.
Absolutely. And this raises an important, actionable question for you to thoughtfully consider this week. Out of all the templates and upgrades we've discussed, which single template or upgrade will you commit to trying first to begin transforming your own kitchen narrative? Pick just one thing, just one small step, and truly observe the powerful ripple effect it has on your entire week. The journey of 1,000 meals begins with a single intentional bite.